Welcome to Newark Made, where we bring you the voices of the people shaping Newark's future. I'm Marcus Randolph, and today's guest is raising the bar for beauty and wellness, not just in Newark, but across the region. Leilan Singh is the founder and CEO of HL MedSpa, a luxury beauty brand that's become a standout thanks to her commitment to excellence and innovation. Originally from Brazil, Leilan's journey took her from a Japanese hair school to mastering medical aesthetics in the U.S. Today, she runs 2 thriving spa locations in Newark, is expanding into new markets, and has earned recognition as a top national provider and the only Brazilian-born trainer with AMI, the Allegan Medical Institute. Her story is one of passion, dedication, and never standing still. Leilan, welcome to the show.
Oh my God, you give me chills with that introduction.
You earned it.
I didn't think about myself like that, but yeah, it's my journey.
Yes. Well, that's a great way to start this off because we do like to get started with a fun icebreaker question. So speaking of a journey, that's what life is. We're all on a journey and we've had different chapters and experiences. So if your life had chapter titles, what would you call the current one?
I believe it's like a result of all the introduction that you gave it to me right now. It has been a long journey. As you say, I was not born in this country, so it's a little bit more difficult for me to get things done. English was not my first language. So it's always an extra work at the end of the day that I have to do to achieve something. But now I feel like I'm having fun. I am in a city that, my main business is here. I'm in a city that I feel like I'm a daughter of Newark. I remember when I first came to USA, I was in New York, but I didn't feel like the way I was thinking that I was going to feel to come to US. But when I came to Newark, oh my God, I felt like home. And I said, that's what I wanted to live. And I lived in the city for a couple of years. I used to work for somebody, and I'm still here. Decided to open up my business here because I feel like the opportunities in the city, and I feel very welcome. I feel like every day when I wake up and have to go to work, I feel like I'm doing what I choose to do. I'm happy doing it, and I'm having a lot of fun.
That's good. Right. Yeah. So you're in the fun part of it. And I like the whole thing about welcome. You feel welcome in Newark, and then you've opened up a spa that welcomes people. Yes. And treats them well and makes them feel good. So it's fantastic.
Yes.
Fantastic. So let's get into some questions. You just talking about Newark, and I want to go a little bit deeper into that. You made an investment to open up a spa. You invested in Newark. So was there a moment where you just knew, it just hit you, you knew this was the right place, the right city to open up your business?
So yes. So my type of business is a business that, of course, is a business, right? We have to make a living at the end of the day. But it's also something that you have to consider like emotions, because you're directly with the patient, directly with the people. Like you have to be a people person. And as I say before, I always feel very welcome in Newark. And I remember a couple of years ago, 20 years ago when I first arrived in Newark, like houses prices was going up. People are saying like how Newark is going to be pictured like in 30 years, 50 years from now. Right. There's this change, revolutionary moment in Newark. People wants to change Newark. And I was young, I was listening to it and say, I just like Newark because Newark, it is the way it is. But I can see that. I can see the passion, like the people that live here. It's very like a community place.
It is.
But also, it is a lot of money in Newark. It's a lot of business. It's a lot of people just like me that came from outside. Like that's a part of Ironbound that I belong. That is like majority of the people that live there, they're not American citizens, and they come here and they work hard. They open up their business. They believe it in the city of Newark. And I feel they believe it because they feel like home. But they make their money turn into the city here. Like they're not people that go outside and spend it. And when I make the decision to open the business here, I shopping around. I check from Long Island to Elizabeth because of the airport, right? That is right next to us. What is the condensation of people? Like where do I have the most traffic? Because my belief is everybody deserves. and everybody deserves for a certain price that everybody can pay for. So economically, look at Newark, right? It's a city that is considered low income, yes, but it's a lot of successful business thriving in this city. We have 2 million people coming every day back and forth between the airports, between the train station, Newark. Like, I don't know, everywhere you go in New Jersey, you see a plate when you're driving, they pointed to Newark. That says something. It's a lot of manufacturers in here. So I'm like, you know what? At least I will have people in my door.
Yeah.
I will know the traffic, the foot traffic will be right there, and for me to open the fridge. And I was already working for somebody here for 8 years, so I was a little bit well known around the area to be creative, to be carry, to like what I do. I have like a very artistic side of me. When I used to do hair, right? Used to have like a large extension of followers, and I think I said that's it. I think this is the place, and I want to give the best because I believe people deserve the best, and City of Newark deserve to have a high-end med spa.
Yeah,
a high-end business as well.
I love that answer. I mean, you're right about people doubling down in Newark. Everybody deserving to have good things. You've built a brand, and I'm finding out more about the artist that you really are. But let's talk about building a following and building a brand. People use social media a lot. Obviously, these days, it's just part of how we all interact with each other. But you seem to have really sort of like honed into how to make it work for your business. You have, I think, almost 15,000 followers. The spa's Instagram page.
Most local, yeah.
Yeah.
Most local followers.
So that's awesome. That's awesome. Can you talk a little bit more about how you're really using, social media to build the brand and to build the followers?
Yeah. So I think in my brand or in my type of business or any business that you're in front of it, right, you have to have the passion for it, you have to believe, you have to love it. And as you can see, I wear my uniform every day, like happily wear my uniform every day. And with the internet coming so open, right, and giving people the opportunity to now show their faces, when that starts, I see an opportunity for getting people educated. Like, I like educating people, like what's going on in the industry, who I am. Not that I'm pretty, that I painted my hair this color today, this is the lipstick that I'm using, but also give them a solid, good information for them to make decisions at the end of the day, especially where they want to go to get themselves treated. So I start exposing a lot of like what we do, basically, because today we're 22 of us. So I like to expose a large amount of information that I could possibly deliver through the internet for people to see who we are, for people to see what we do, because it was a huge change. 20 years ago, people used to watch TV. This doesn't happen today anymore. Like I believe, like me, you, or anybody in this room, if they want to watch TV, they're probably going to put it like in Amazon Prime or Netflix, something like that. Nobody really watches TV if it's not really like a Super Bowl or something, right? But yeah, so I start using that tool, and guess what? It became my best friend, because today, I think between Instagram and Google, it's the number one driving traffic to my door. It helps us a lot. And we create a large community, referrals. We're huge in referrals as well. Like if you come to my business, you can have the opportunity to refer your friend, get some points, we involve you to, enlarge our community. But I think like they engage with people. That is so difficult these days. Like when we see sometimes 80 patients per day. So it's difficult to talk to 80 people per day, but online we can do it, right? Online we can wave, we can put a heart in each other, we can high five, we can play some comments. Is something that we can do. And it's something that I embrace for the business. It works out very well. And I believe like people should do that. If you believe it in your brain, if you wanted to build up something big, that's something that you believe, and let people know who you are, be transparent, right? Be honest and go forward.
Yeah. So that's great. So you're using social media, you're giving information, connecting with people all in positive ways, and it's coming back to you, which is fantastic.
Yes, it create a trust. Yeah. Our brand is like a trusted brand. People trust us.
That's good. Well, you mentioned that you got 22 employees working with you.
Yes,
and
in total
got,
between part-time and full-time,
yeah.
we're 22 of us, yes.
So you started one location in Newark, now you've got two, and soon you're going to be opening up a third.
Yes.
So, again, projecting out, how did you know it was time to grow and expand? Like, what were the signs? Were you looking for it? Like, and because obviously, it's a big step. So what led you to
we
that
actually
expansion?
had a monthly meeting this morning, and the hugest issue that we have, like we sometimes don't have the space enough to put the patient in.
Wow.
It's a good problem, right?
Yeah, it's a good problem to have.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, the meeting today, I say, guys, we can only control what we do. We cannot control what other people do. I'm going to try my best, but this is why I opened Ferry Street, because we are out of capacity at one point. Like we had so many patients that want to book the service at the same day, and I don't like to say no to people. I feel like when you say no, you never know how that person's gonna feel with that no. You never know if that person is gonna understand. I like to say yes, we can do it. So that's when we made a decision to move to Ferry Street with some of the services that we offer, because we offer a variety of services to make sure we don't lose quality.
Yes.
To deliver them.
Got it. Well, that is a good problem to have, that you have more people than you can accommodate. But also speaks volumes to you about wanting to do that and make sure that people have a great experience.
Yes.
That's great.
Yes.
So we know that you've always emphasized the importance of training and ongoing education, from your very early days in Brazil, and now you're a trainer for Skin Medica and Diamond Glow.
Yes.
Right? And you also participated in Invest Newark's Executive Business Accelerator, which is pretty intense. It's like,
it was.
Right? 7 months, a lot of training, a lot of commitment. And those businesses that participate in that program have to be at least 3 years old and have a good track record. And you finished. Congratulations.
I did. Yeah, I did. It was amazing that City of Newark can, give us the opportunity to do that.
Yeah. So, but tell us a little bit more about why you've been so committed, to training and education throughout your journey.
I think the world is evolving so drastically, rapidly fast. And in my career, in your career, I think in everybody's field, things are changing every day. So if you think you know everything, you don't know nothing. And it's always something to learn. It's always something new. And I feel like you have to be on top of your game. If you wanted to succeed in any field, any career that you choose to it, you can't stop studying, because things evolve, things change. What's something that was trendy 10 years ago, today, it's old news. And I think it's always, I like the training part too, because I don't hold back anything. When I do a training, I just give it. I feel like the more that I give, more that I have space in my mind to absorb, and I can study it more. Yeah. Because once I give it, I know I'm doing a good thing, and that's the universal energy comes around me and towards me. If I give, I can receive. If I give, I can receive. So with the Newark investment, when I sign up, I'm like, you know what? Most of the things, because you read the topicals, most of the things I already know, but I'm sure that I'm gonna learn something new. I was surprised. It was a ton of new information that I learned, and opened my mind to organize. Right? Because when you grow, and you also have to have the enough window to organize how you're growing, so you don't step in your foot. And it helped me a lot. That was a great program.
That's good. Yeah. That's good. It's good. Well, we love information. We love data. So we want to share a data point with you and just get your thoughts on this.
Okay.
So we know that just last year, residents of the city of Newark made over 188,000 trips outside of the city for beauty services. Right. What do you think HL MedSpa and businesses like yours can do to keep more people right here at home for those luxury experiences?
Oh my God, now you're going to put me to work, because I'm going to change that number.
You got to open up another location.
We're going to have to give me one more year. Wow. Again, the internet, people Google it stuff. If you Google it, our services and our we have kind of few keywords related to Google that makes people come to us. specifically, right? But I think when people start Googling, they already know what they want, and they probably like looking for something that, you know, is specific. That's what they desire. HL MedSpa today offer a variety of services. HL MedSpa is a luxurious wellness and medical facility for those who wants to look better, but also feel well. We are at this point 50% in wellness. Like, we're doing very good in wellness, huge in weight loss programs, and also like hormone replacement. Making people feeling better, I think, is also the key for them to like succeed the way they feel like they look better. Everybody's unique, everybody's different. We're not trying to change the way people look. We're just trying to bring the best what they have. And price point, again, it's very affordable. We have tons of opportunity financials. We work with third-party companies that back us up. And I believe that people in beauty services, people don't need to go outside of Newark. I think, like, I have a business. I also know a couple of businesses in Newark in the beauty wellness that are very good. They're very good. We have a very, like, a good community in here that serve that peppers. Like, I'm surprised with that data. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh, I have to do some homework.
It's quite a bit. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But I like what you're saying, though, about the wellness aspect of it as well. Because, you know, who doesn't want to feel better, right? It can look better, but who doesn't want to feel better?
It was huge after COVID, huh? After COVID, there was like maybe awareness for people, like, what are we doing that we can change, right? Like, why are we in such a rush? I felt like COVID just stopped everybody to rethink, recharge, and revise what is your life is at the moment. Like, is that worth it, what you're doing? You know, we had enough time to think about that, right? And I feel like people after COVID, they change a little bit their mentality.
Yep.
Especially in aesthetics. They are enthusiastic when you talk to them about the wellness and the way they feel and what is the potential that we can bring up the best of the best on them.
Right.
The optimal levels of everything, right?
Right. Well, this has been great. A lot of people are going to see this, hopefully, and listen to this, and people know about your success. Clearly, running a high-end brand takes a lot of focus. What advice would you give to other spa and beauty entrepreneurs who are thinking about opening another location but want to maintain the same level of quality and care?
Yeah, you have to organize. You have to use calendars. You have to use the calendar. You have to organize your marketing year. I think marketing in any business these days is like 50% of your work. You have to focus on your marketing, who you target, who is your client, who you catering for, and what you catering for. And you have to organize. If you think you open a second location, do you have the clientele to open the second location? Why you open a second location, right? We are at capacity. That's why we opened a second location. We had no more rooms to put the patient. The patient was waiting like a month to have a Botox, or to waiting like 2 months to have like a services that they should be. They has some time frame for services to be delivery, and they need to get it done. They can't wait like 2-3 weeks. Is mess it up with our schedule. So and that's why we open a second location in the same city. But if somebody thinks about like open a second location, make sure you organize. Make sure, I always say like the logistics, right, in the business has to work well. You have to know your logistics before you jump into another business. Yeah. Because another business comes also with bills. Right, with expenses.
Yes, it does.
Yes, and at the end of the day, like, you're not open another business only, but you also carry another expense.
Right.
Is that worth it for you? I always say like a week has 7 days, and each day has 24 hours. Are you using that room for 24 hours, 7 days a week? So if you think like that, if you have a capacity to spread the hours, but you have to love what you do.
Yeah.
You have to, dedication,
Certainly be entrepreneur and be successful. You got to love it.
You have to love it. Yeah, you have to love it. That can drive somebody crazy. Yeah, it's a lot of passion.
Yeah. Well, you are clearly very connected in the city. We want to ask you to pay it forward a little bit.
Okay.
can you shout out, we'll make it easy, just one business in Newark that you really love, any business you really love, and tell us why you think everybody should check out that business.
Well, it's a couple of businesses in here. People will get mad at me if I say, but I think a business in Newark that I really love and that I really feel like, it's Newark. Sihana Cafe.
Okay.
Sihana Bistro and Sihana Restaurant. Like, I think they're just Newark people.
Yeah.
Like, they're considered the ones that come over here and embrace the city of Newark. I am so enthusiastic to talk about them because I feel like feeling that they have towards the city of Newark is the same feeling that I have. I became very good friends with Dave, one of the owners, and I think I love the motto.
Yeah.
I love Sihana Cafe. I think everybody should go check it out. It's a really cool joint in Newark.
Well, there it is. You heard it from Leilan. Sihana Cafe. Thank you. It's really been a pleasure talking to you and learn more about your story and what you've got going on and what's to come. It's been great. Clearly, you built a brand that people in Newark really admire and use, thus the expansion. And as you touched on throughout, you've shown that passion, precision, execution, organization, it's all required as well as loving the craft.
A lot of discipline.
Yes. I think that spills over into many other industries as well.
Yes. Not only mine. Yeah.
Yes. So thank you so much. To our listeners, if you're ever looking for inspiration or just a world-class spa experience, HL MedSpa is where it's at. Please don't forget to subscribe, share this episode, and come back for more conversations with the people who are Newark Made. Thank you.